The ZTE Blade A3 Prime was just released at a compelling $99. But should you buy it? The design is very basic. Not amazing, but not bad. The front is very generic and the back looks okay. It looks a bit cheap with the carbon fiber patterned plastic. So the design is not amazing, but not terrible. It's just fine. The screen is 5.45 inches, but it feels smaller due to the small bezels. It's an 18:9 aspect ratio, which is the same as flagship smartphones. The resolution is 1440 by 720, which is 295 pixels per inch. For reference, the 2020 iPhone SE and iPhone 11 is at 326 pixels per inch, so I would say the PPI is good. The viewing angles are not that great though, and the colors aren't super vivid. Keep in mind that the resolution is not everything in a display, which is why the display is not that great. The battery life is also average. It has a 2660 mAh battery, and it definitely does reflect that. Just like the size of the battery life is not amazing, but it's not bad either. It's just fine and it should get through the day with light to medium use. It does charge with USB-C though, which is nice, especially for the price. The battery is also removable, which is a tough find in 2020. The performance is great in my experience. I compared it to a 2016 iPhone SE on the latest version of iOS 13, and it performed just about the same. Sometimes there will be a slight stutter, but most of the time it performs very well. One thing that I appreciate is that it's on the latest version of Android, which is Android 10. This means that we have dark mode. There are also gestures, which you can turn on. These gestures are completely identical to the iPhone 10 and above. You swipe up to go home, swipe up and hold for the app switcher, and swipe back and forth for the back button. It's pretty intuitive, but something more original would be appreciated. Sometimes when I want to swipe up to go home, it mistakes it for the app switcher. However, the best thing about this phone, in my opinion, is the stock Android. This is basically stock Android with very small tweaks. There's no bloatware whatsoever, which I love. Stock Android is always great, and it is especially important on a budget phone. The cameras are just fine. It's not amazing, but it's not terrible either. It's an 8 megapixel on the back and a 5 megapixel on the front. I compared it to a 2016 iPhone SE, and the iPhone SE was significantly better in every shot. So if you're looking for a good camera, this may not be a good phone for you. If you don't care about the camera and you sometimes just take a few casual pictures, then it will do the job. The front camera is also not that great. It puts a red hue on every picture. I compared it to the 2016 iPhone SE, and despite the SE being only 1.2 megapixels, it performed significantly better. So the camera is definitely one of the weaker parts of this phone. Some other features include the fingerprint sensor. The fingerprint sensor is not slow, but also not fast. I compared it to the 2016 iPhone SE and it was the same for me. Accuracy is fine too. There's also a micro SD card which goes up to 2 terabytes, which I think is impressive. But that really doesn't make sense because then your storage would cost more than your phone. It also comes with 32 gigabytes of internal storage, which is okay for the price. So overall, I would somewhat recommend this product. It is worth it for $99, but there may be better options out there, possibly an older flagship. But if you are looking for stock Android, good performance, a good fingerprint sensor, somewhat thin bezels, and okay to good battery life, then this may be a compelling option. As always, please like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.